What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome to another round of Dead by Daylight patch notes. The devs have blessed us yet again with some brand new additions to the game, whilst fixing some of the underlying issues that have presented themselves so far. The developers have introduced some brand new clothing pieces for those pesky survivors, 3 new pieces for all 4 of our favourite infinite juking friends. Dwight's looking fierce with his brand new See Me Now cap, first job t-shirt and bootcut jeans, but Jake is answering right back with his now rugged and serious appearance. He's now rocking the trimmed beard and shortcut, grey performance top, and of course, we can't forget about his good old hiking shorts. I'm sure those will have got him out of a lot of trouble against a certain chainsaw-loving killer. On to the women. Meg decided to break out her sporty bob cut, her Superstar Corvids jersey, and rounding it all off nicely with those super stylish high-grip sneakers, which also come with some pretty sweet shorts. Now you can be even more stylish as you run from the sound of the wailing bell. Remember kids, ding ding dong. And finally, the clearly best survivor, no competition, Claudette. She's got some safety specs to help us see those pesky bear traps the trapper likes to carelessly leave behind, accompanied with her official botanist apron to let the other survivors know that she's the woman with the plan. And who could forget about her practical pants? I mean, how else is a strapping young woman going to be taken seriously by a crazed killer who wants to please his Dark Lord? Ask me another one, guys, honestly. We've also got some brand new survivor gestures that can be activated by pressing 1 and 2 on the keyboard, or D-pad up and down on the controller. You know, just so you can add that extra bit of BM to the super pissed off killer. A good message to our Russian and Chinese friends from across the world. Dead by Daylight now has localization to your favourite vodka drinking, bear riding, what are the Chinese famous for? Martial arts is a pretty strong one, we'll go with that. Martial arts loving folks. There's a brand new map called Fractured Cowshed, part of the Coldwind Farm map locations, which you can see in the background to this video. Check it out. The survivors unfortunately sabotaged loads of my hooks in this game, so I was forced to let one of them bleed out. What a crying shame, eh? At least I didn't win! There's also been an increase in support for finding players tampering with the game files, which I'm taking as less cheaters maybe? Hope so. On to the balance changes, as short as this list may be. The devs have made some level and art design adjustments to help counter infinite window juking. They've added dynamic spawning of window blockers, and they've stopped the trapper from being able to place 2 of his traps really close or straight on top of each other. Sucks to be you, some trapper mains. And finally, the bug fixes. Survivors can no longer escape the level when caught in a bear trap near the edge. You can no longer hear hatch noises before the hatch has spawned. Gotta admit, I am guilty of hearing this at times and using it to my advantage, should the game go badly for me. The locker interior should no longer be visible from a distance. No more placing bear traps right outside the lockers to essentially remove somebody from the game unless somebody else is nearby. They fix some issues of some objects appearing a little too clearly through the fog. No more hillbilly add-ons making it impossible to fully heal as a survivor after taking some steel to the face. Oh, this is a good one. The survivors were able to use the colours customizations when in a private lobby. I've seen some of these pictures on the internet and they are brilliant. Jake with Trapper's mask is just pure art, guys, honestly. But sadly, this has been worked out and is no more. Fixed, when returning to lobby as host after a private match, it could cause an infinite load, forcing you to close the game through Task Manager or Alt F4ing. Fixed cooldowns not appearing in private lobbies if a party member leaves when readied up. Fix some cases where bear traps could be farmed for point by smart survivors. Fix some cases where players would not lose pips when disconnecting from an active game. Fixed scoring event localization, I have no idea what that means. Fixed hatch appearance frequency on certain maps. And last but not least, fixed black nodes appearing on the blood web. I never saw this, but apparently some of you did. Now, I'm not even going to bother giving thoughts on all the bug fixes, just carry on devs, you're doing it. But instead, let's discuss the balance changes and the new features. Start off with balancing. Most important point here are the changes made to the infinite window juking. Now, this is to the whiny bitches in the Steam comments of the patch notes. Get the f*** over yourselves. Saying that it's now impossible to play Survivor because they've removed an exploit that made the game ridiculous easy for survivors. Unless you have Trapper, almost all of the infinites, which there's basically one on every single map, is pretty much a GG scenario. That's not what this game's all about. It's not about these boring moments of stare downs over small barriers, since the devs made the logical decision of making the killer climb over barricades slower than the survivors that are half their size. No, this game is about the chase, it's about sneaking, it's about using cover smartly, and if you do get caught, having the skills to juke and hide. So as far as my opinion goes, good. I'm glad they've done something about the infinites. It's about time people learn to get good at the game instead of reaching rank 1 by sitting behind barricades or windows for half the game, all the while teabagging us as if you've done some fantastically super high skill play. Doing a generator when the killer finally gets bored and leaves, and then climbing the leaderboard. Honestly, if I have to look at one more rank 1 who clearly does not deserve to be there, teabagging repeatedly at an infinite, I might just take up the position the killers offered me last week. Seriously guys. If you want to be a skilled survivor, look at the actually skilled rank 1s. The ones that barely get seen and can practically disappear during chases. And for the people moaning about unfairness, just sabotage the killer's hooks. I personally think it's bloody stupid that the killer can be f***ed over like this, but hey, there's got to be some fairness somewhere. Just sabotage all the hooks on one side of the map. Run there if he's chasing you, he can't hook you. You'll either wiggle free, or he'll drop you to chase someone else, or stop a generator from being repaired. I fully believe that all the people moaning about the changes to the infinites are just bad survivors that run in a straight line when being chased and can't do skill checks to save their lives. Get good scrubs. Onto the trapper's now inability to place bear traps close to each other. This is also a pretty good decision as far as I can tell. I know a lot of trappers will place 2 traps right next to each other when they've hooked somebody, making it take super long for a survivor to disarm both before getting their bud down. Or, if they just do the fast method and tank the trap for their friends, they'd more than likely both end up in a trap and easy prey for the trapper. So like I said, good move to stop this from happening. There does have to be some kind of fairness to the survivors. I haven't seen them yet, but the survivor Jessies is a super cool touch, hoping that they do the same for the killers in future updates. I'd love to stand next to a hooked survivor and taunt them, especially if it was after a hard-earned down from an infinite check. Oh wait, that's not a thing anymore, is it? Because the developers aren't complete morons and are choosing to make the game more focused on skill rather than being a dick. You can tell I'm not salty about how the community has reacted at all, honestly. Finally, the clothes. God damn, they look very cool, and very fitting to each character. I in particular love the look of Claudette's botanist outfit. And that's it for another video. Hope you enjoyed the vid, guys. If you did, remember to like, comment and subscribe and share it with all your Dead by Daylight loving buds. Remember that you can keep up with everything Apollo by liking and following us on our official Twitter and Facebook pages, linked in the description below. Though if you just want to catch me on my personal Twitter, and we'll discuss how well I'm managing climbing the killer rank ladder while making YouTube videos, a link to it can also be found in the description below. Hint, it's not going very well. Peace out my nerds, I'll catch you next time.